Here we go. It's game day. The Golden Knights looking to get on board in the series.
And today, for the first time in more than 15 months, we have 100% capacity in the Fortress for the first time. So we've got live team coverage at T-Mobile Arena. Ted Pretty is out at Toshiba Plaza. But first, let's start with Fox 5 sports reporter Vince Sapienza live inside the Fortress with a look ahead to Game 3.
Well, good afternoon, guys. You know, there's no panic setting in for the Golden Knights quite yet. It's not necessarily a must-win, but there's an old saying, the worry and the panic does start to set in when you finally lose on home ice. The Golden Knights 0-2 in a series for the first time in franchise history. They've lost 4 of their last 5 playoff games. The difference tonight, they've got reinforcements. 18,000 plus will be in the stands tonight, the first time in more than 15 months.
Long time. It's exciting. I've said it every game in playoffs at our barn. It feels like it is sold out. So very excited to see what it's going to be like tonight.
I think, we've done a good job, feeding off that in the past. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a shock to hear how loud that building gets. And but again, they're on our side. They're with us, and they're the best fans in the league for a reason. And it's going to give us that spark.
All right, now let's show you some video from morning skate today. The attendance has been the same for about 6 or 7 days now. No Braden McNabb. He's still in the COVID protocol. Pete DeBoer said he is unavailable for tonight's game. Some other absentees include Alex Tuck, Alec Martinez, Robin Lehner, and Matthias Janmark. DeBoer said anybody who was not on the ice this morning is considered a game-time decision, which points to Logan Thompson once again backing up Marc-Andre Fleury, who is set to make his second consecutive start tonight in Game 3. Bringing it back out here now to T-Mobile Arena. Coming up on Fox 5 News at 5, we're going to hear more from head coach Pete DeBoer about the adjustments that are going to be made from Games 2 to Games 3 and why that could be the difference between getting a victory here in Vegas. Send it back to you.
Vince, I know it's a sports cliche to say this is a must-win, but do the Knights really want to go 3 games to nothing with the Avalanche because they are just looking so sharp in this series?
Yeah, Colorado's looked really good, but the Golden Knights were actually the better team in just about every statistical category in Game 2 except for the scoreboard. The Golden Knights feel very good about where their game was and where it is going to be, especially with a shockingly loud 18,000 plus fans here inside the Fortress. The Golden Knights obviously don't want to go down 0-3 in a series. The stats do not do that justice in terms of coming back, but Vegas is as confident as they have been about not letting that happen here tonight.
Oh, and the fans are going to be cheering right along as the Knights fight as well. Now let's send it over to Fox 5's Ted Pretty. He is live outside T-Mobile Arena. Are any fans out there yet? It is hot out there.
Yeah, it is oppressively, excessively, and any other word you want to describe it, very, very hot out here. Toshiba Plaza has a little bit of shade on it, and there's some sun that falls behind the clouds every once in a while. But not only are there big changes inside for the fans, but also outside just since last Friday when we've gone to 100% capacity, and those changes here in Clark County. We used to have to go through the Clear app if you had tickets to the game. You had to answer a questionnaire. No more Clear app, so fans will likely be able to walk right up to the metal detectors, walk through there after their screen and just show their ticket. So that Clear app, although it did serve a great purpose for the fans inside to keep them safe, to be honest with you, it was very confusing with people who just showed up to try and get that on their phone, answer those questions, and get through the gates, especially with big crowds out here. Even without 100% capacity, cell service diminishes once you get thousands of people out here on Toshiba Plaza. Another change is you see the Allegiant stage right there. As in years past, the game will be shown on that screen outside Toshiba Plaza here. So once the game starts, the game will be shown out there. So we'll see how big of a crowd we get in this heat out here. In years past, it has been very sizable out here. And also, the beer trailers right there, they usually close at puck drop. They will be open throughout the night out here on Toshiba Plaza to provide some much needed refreshments to the fans on Toshiba Plaza. Let's get an update on just how hot it is. Coming up, we'll talk more about capacity crowds inside for tonight and compare that to the rest of the league as far as round 2 is concerned, and also those betting odds. Right now, let's get into Sam Argier, who's going to talk more about that oppressive heat we have outside lasting through the weekend.